Hello. Good evening. Happy Wednesday. How are we all doing tonight? Welcome to another night of futures trading and trying to get funded by Earn to Trade. Hopefully, we can have a good night. I am currently watching copper. Copper had a massive day today. You look here on the daily chart. Copper went up 19, 100, and 380 ticks, basically. And 380 ticks times 1,250. I mean, I'm sorry, $12.50. It's $4,750. And somehow I caught none of it. Nor these arrows, but well, actually, I should have kept those arrows on because as you can see, whenever it does a big move up, um, usually the next day we have a big move down. So I'm watching for it to reverse. It goes up a little bit first, and then comes down. So that's what I'm thinking is going to happen. Although I mean, it actually opened in a correction in a way because here you can see that this candle here, and I'm not sure how I got one of these in my way here. Oh, I know why, because I'm on this chart. But anyway, you can see this candle here actually opened below the actual closing price. So I'm just waiting for this candle to turn right because I totally expected to do what this one did here and this one did here after these two big days. So that's why I'm watching copper on a very clean chart. You notice this chart looks very clean compared to my normal charts. That's the same, well, no, this is the same chart. So that's where I'm starting at here. Boop, 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 boop. Watching other things as well, of course. Honestly, right now, we got a buy signal here. I felt we were already overextending. This is where the end of the move was. If we go here, you can see the end of the move was up here. So I wondered if we were already overextended. But apparently we're not. Because it's still trying to snake up. So right now it's kind of mostly sideways since the open. Since this signal, it's going up 11 ticks. It's been up a little bit more on this journey. But as you can see, I mean, it just had an absolutely phenomenal day yesterday. This was yesterday. And it just, almost from the open. It went, it went up, it pulled back here. Big, this big pullback. And once it bottomed out here, it just ran. I mean, of course, you had your pullbacks, but it just kept going up. So we'll see whether or not I'm right, of whether or not this is going to be an eventual down day. But for now, I mean, like today was a wild day. You had two major news announcements. You had the CPI index news coming out, which is the inflation news, and that sent things wild. Here, if you look here on the Nasdaq, right in here, 730. And they didn't like that news at first, and then they loved the news, and then they kind of just went sideways. And then you also at 1 o'clock my time, you had the FMOC meeting minutes come out, so that also sent things a little wild, here, and then things went more sideways, and they actually finished, toward the top of the range. And we've opened up pretty strong, honestly. This, on the Nasdaq here, we opened up at 768, and we've hit a high so far of 809. So, that's 40 points since the open. That's $800. That's pretty solid when oftentimes evenings are dead. Dead as a doornail. No idea what a doornail is. So, but might be seeing a pullback here. We see the S&P has a sale on it. Oddly, oh, okay, that's on the 2-minute. Somehow I got my 2-minute and my 5-minute reversed. So that's going to throw me off. I got to change that. But gold also had a great run today. Here's gold. Let's bring up the 5-minute chart. From here to here. And this is quick. You know, it bottomed out here. You know, it was sideways for most of the evening, and then started going up. And this is this is a great ride if you caught it, all of it. I mean, from this buy signal here at 1761, this one topped out at 1777, so that's $1,600 up per contract. Then whoosh down to 58. So 77 down to 58, that's a $1,900 drop. And then it bounced. And in 2 hours, it went from 58 to 96. That's $3,800 in 2 hours. Then it kind of went sideways for the rest of the day. And it's very rare to see something come down like this and then almost immediately reverse up. Looks like that trend line, that support resistance line isn't needed anymore. So, it was just pretty wild. Platinum kind of did almost the same thing. Basically the same move if you look. Went up 31 points. That's $1,600. It had a pullback afterwards, though. That gold really didn't. The bonds, the UB. My lines are off. Bottom is there. Looks like there. So definitely not as straightforward, but from here at 8 o'clock to here at a little after 9, so it was about an hour. Bonds went up over $2,000 a contract. Oil is choppy. You can see this. It was slightly, it started off, the day giving us pretty good movement in one direction or the other. Up, down, up. Then this just was up and down. It was an overall downtrend. But this was kind of an ugly. I'm not sure what happened here at 5 a.m. Eastern. CNQCL. We're on CL right now, so we can check that. And then we went up, and it just like went up and down crazy there, and then kind of finished flat. And natural gas, kind of choppy as well, especially through overnight. Had this nice move up. This was a very choppy move down. This move down was almost all in one candle. See this candle here at 9 a.m. Eastern. It dropped $610 in 5 minutes. Then it dropped again, and then it just kind of went back to the SMA line, and then from there, from where it bottomed out here, 5348, it went up to 5672. If I'm correct, that's $3,000.